Check out my book, Don't Beat Your Children or They'll Turn Out Like Me. Yo, so listen, I was thinking, if the church love your fellowship so much, if the church love your fellowship so much, then you should stop going to church giving donations. Because if you stop giving donations, the church don't want you. They want you for what you can give them. And that's why a good way to tell when you're in a bad neighborhood is when you see a lot of churches. You could go to Gates Avenue in Brooklyn. You go to Gates Avenue in Brooklyn, you see 3 and 4 churches on one block. You go to Lenox Avenue in Harlem, you see 3 or 4 churches in one block. You go to Flatbush Avenue in Jamaica, you see 3 or 4 churches on one block. You go to Jamaica Avenue in Queens, you see 3 or 4 churches on one block. You go to Gary, Indiana, it's full of fucking churches. You go to Hopkinsville, Kentucky, full of churches. You go to Clarksville, Tennessee, full of churches. I've been to North Carolina, New Bern, North Carolina, full of churches. Anywhere you go in America and you see a lot of churches, that lets you know you're in a bad neighborhood. You see a church, a Chinese restaurant, a liquor store, and what else? A church, a Chinese restaurant, a liquor store, and I forgot the rest. But that's the main components. You know, and the thing is, like in black neighborhoods that are so rough, nobody fucks with the Chinaman. The Chinaman opens and closes his business with no problem. And in every black neighborhood you go to, the black people don't own businesses in that neighborhood for the most part. Out in Brooklyn, it's a little different. But I know, like, if you go in most black neighborhoods, they don't own the businesses. It's like foreigners come in from other parts of the country, other parts of the world, and open up businesses in black neighborhoods. And the funny thing I was saying about, like, these churches and shit is they don't do nothing for the community. All they do is give out used clothes and have bake sales and shit like that. How is that helping the community? They don't do nothing for the community but take. All their churches are is nothing but a pep rally for adults. That's all it is. And it's actually like a social club for women, because that's where they go to catch up with their girlfriends and gossip, all that shit, and see who's wearing what the church and shit. And then they get home and they talk about it on the phone. They talk about their other friends what so-and-so had on in church, or how their kids look, or who's fucking with the mailman now. That's all it is. Churches ain't nothing but bullshit in the hood. Most religious houses of worship ain't nothing but bullshit in the hood. And in fact, most religious houses of worship love when tragedy strikes the black neighborhood. That way the churches will be full the following week, and more people at the church means more donations that goes around in the collection plate. Churches is a big fucking hustle. Religion is a big fucking hustle for black people, and we too gullible and too naive to see it.